This thing on? Good, good. Well, as you guys can see, technology is very hit or miss. When we have this much of it in a room at one time, something's bound to go wrong at some point. So, I'm Mike Dao, and I've been doing experiments in virtual reality technology over at Laurentian University. Most of it has been based around this thing here. This is the Oculus Rift. It's a virtual reality headset that allows us to see things in a true sense of 3D. I'm not sure if most of you can see it from here, but each eye in the Oculus Rift is kind of a half of the screen. And when you plug it into, say, a video game, each eye in the video game is separated by about the distance of the human eye, lending users a sense of real depth perception. Now, we have a few demos here using the Oculus Rift. The first one, I'm going to get Pauline here to come up and put it on. It uses the Oculus Rift as well as the Razer Hydra to detect the position of her hands. Now, just give me a second here while I start that up. Now, Pauline has to take a second here to calibrate the Razer Hydra so it knows exactly where she is. Go right ahead, Pauline. What's that? I think I know what's going on. Are you just seeing the desktop right now? I'll fix it. How's that? Are you seeing the desktop? Good. Here we are. Seeing the screen now, Pauline? Good. Okay, so now you can see here Pauline's calibrating the controllers, and as she turns her head in real life, it's going to turn the Razer Hydra as well. Or sorry, the Oculus Rift as well. She can see her hands in front of her and move them around in real space. Now go ahead and look around a little bit, Pauline. There we go. Now, the Oculus Rift is based on cell phone technology. Up until very recently, virtual reality technology, like the Oculus Rift, has been crazy expensive. To get a true sense of virtual reality like this, you would need to spend as much as $900,000. You would buy a huge cave, you would buy a big omnidirectional treadmill, a gigantic 360-degree projector. But now, all we have is this. This is retail at $300. And again, it's thanks to the advances in cell phone technology which power it. So, Pauline here can interact with the digital world using the Razer Hydra. And you'll see in a little bit she's even able to do things that she might not necessarily be able to do in real life. Now, one of the big disadvantages of the Oculus Rift is a phenomenon known as virtual reality sickness. Now, VR sickness works in kind of the same way that motion sickness does. Your inner ear is telling you one thing. It's telling you you're standing still, you're not doing anything. But at the same time, your eyes are telling you, no, wait, I'm moving around, I'm in this digital world. It creates a disconnect within your brain, which creates a feeling of nausea. Now, just like seasickness, eventually you get used to it. But new users can often find themselves nauseated playing the game, even for a very short period of time. Yeah. And you think that's not normally. There's another demo that I don't have time to show today, where a user is sitting in kind of a spaceship and is sitting in a certain way. Now, in the experiments that I've done, I found that whenever I get the user to look at themselves in the game world, they usually end up sitting exactly like their character does in real life. So there definitely is a real connection between the avatar that you perceive and yourself in real life. Yes, the Oculus Rift right now is a development kit, meaning the retail version is not available yet. People who are interested in purchasing one still can, but there might be as much as a 6-month delay before you get it. The retail version is not released yet, and you'll see here Pauline is able to throw these barrels even though she might not be able to in real life. It's very, yes?
Aside from virtual reality conditions where you're walking around and seeing things constructed in the virtual world, Can you use this as a user interface, or has it been attempted to be used in a user interface?
In a way, yes, but still in the concept of a virtual world. I know that there's a program that'll let you play video files on your computer, but instead of just playing a file across your screen, it sits you in a virtual theater where you can look around and kind of get this full theater experience.
Okay. But in terms of things like file management, Photoshop editing, real things that people do in the professional world.
My thoughts right now would be yes, there's nothing preventing you from doing this, but I personally don't see the advantage of it. Yeah?
So, when you purchase this
Oculus Rift?
yes, what game system do you play with?
Right now, because it's a development kit, there's not a whole lot out there. Valve has put a lot of support into their games, so Half-Life, Team Fortress 2, Portal, Garry's Mod. But besides that, because it's a development kit, most of the real big titles out there are obviously still in development. So if you want to use this for gaming, I'd recommend you wait until the retail version comes out. Yep. Sure. If you'll think back to the last demo that we were showing with Casey and the brick wall, you could easily do something like that. You could walk around, you could punch the brick wall, it would knock down. In this demo, no. In this demo, this is all just part of the geometry of the map. You can't do this. Maybe. What he asked was, someday can we climb and do other actions like that in a virtual context? Right now, no. But this technology is advancing at a rate that we haven't seen in computers since, like, the Apple II and the original concept of personal computing. So someday soon, perhaps virtual reality will be at that. Anyway, thanks a lot, Pauline. I'm going to switch over for another demonstration here. So I'm going to need, everyone give Pauline a big round of applause. Alright, so for our next demo here, I'm going to need, well, we planned 2 volunteers, but I'm going to take 3 volunteers here. Alright. You here in the front, you, and you up there at the top. Sure. Here, come on down anyway. We'll take 4 of you. Now, one of the neat things about virtual reality technology is it's taking away the abstract controls. So I'm sure a lot of you, especially from the older generation, have a hard time playing video games sometimes. You pick up the controller, and it takes you a while to figure out, okay, this button does this button does this, how do I play this game exactly? Now, from a human interaction perspective, virtual reality allows you to just use your body, be yourself, and move naturally to control a game. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of that here. I have a Dodgeball demo for you. I'm going to be using the Kinects here as well as the Oculus Rift. Now, the idea is you just need to dodge as many balls as you can before eventually one hits you and you pass it on to the next person. Alright? I'm not going to explain how to control this game. I'm not going to explain anything else about it. But you'll see that it's easy enough for them to just put the headset on and know immediately what to do. Alright, so which one of you wants to go first? I believe you raised your hand first. So what's your name? Jacob. Alright. So I'm going to start out the demo for you here, Jacob. Give me a second. Yeah, just give me a second before you put the headset on. Alright, there. Good. Okay, I'm going to reset it for you. Now, I just need you to stand back so that the Kinect can pick you up. Okay, hold your hands in front of your face to make sure it's working. Very good. Okay, so take a second, look around here before I start the dodgeballs. Very good, everything's working properly. Alright, get ready, here they come. 4 balls, alright. Oh, 5 of them. Even better. Alright, your name? Jason, alright. Let's see if you can beat 5 balls here, Jason. I'll wait around here in case. Alright, starting up. I'll give you another shot. Okay, hold your hands in front of your face to make sure the Kinect's working. Very good. Starting up. 1 ball. 2 balls. Uh-oh. Very good. Make sure the Kinect can still see you. 9 balls. Okay, 9 is the score to beat. And I have the next contestant. What's your name?
Ellie.
Ellie, alright. So I'll just need you to stand in front of the Kinect and face forward before I restart it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, good. Alright.
Okay.
You'll need to move around a bit. There you go. Kinect picked you up now. Just hold your hands in front of your face. Okay, you might want to step back a little bit. I'll restart it. The Kinect seems to be having a hard time with you. Who here has a Kinect at home? Yeah. So all of you know what I mean when I say that the Kinect can be a piece of garbage. Okay. Still nothing, eh? Stand there with your hands at your side. Start it. Okay. Now hold your hands out. Nothing, eh? No. Yeah, alright. I'll restart the program itself. No? Sorry about that. Now, part of the problem with this technology is it's so early, which means that there are going to be problems like this, especially with the Kinect, which is known pretty much to everyone who uses it as being less than perfect. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start the balls up in 3, 2, 1. Here they come. Oh. Another shot here. We give mulligans here. Okay, here they come now. 1 ball. Oh, Kinect's lost you here. 6 balls. All right. And the final contestant? Your name?
George.
George. All right, George. Feel free to put this on. I'll restart it as soon as you're facing forward. Whatever you want forward to be. Okay, here it goes. Let's see if the Kinect's going to pick you up all right. Oh, that looks good. Hold your hands up. Excellent, excellent. Okay, balls are starting up now. That was close. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Eventually one of them is going to fall your way. I'm going to need to rework this system, I think. Well, I guess the Kinect can't pick you up, you can't get hit. There we are. It's not even human at that point. Alright, I guess George is the winner by not his own skill. Okay, let's give the contestants a round of applause. Now, is there any questions about any of this before I give things back to Dr. Grewel? Up there.
Does this only work with Kinect or can it work for like my PlayStation?
This is strictly for the PC for the time being.
When it comes to fans, can it actually work with PlayStation? Because it's like, I don't have an Xbox.
As far as I know right now, no. Right now, virtual reality technology is strictly in the domain of the PC. Consoles haven't really picked up on this yet besides the Kinect itself. Yeah?
Do you have an SDK that you use to program and connect to the Kinect, or do you have to use like lower level protocols in order to understand what the Kinect is telling the PC?
Microsoft put up a very excellent SDK for the Kinect, which I integrated into Unity. That took a little bit of work, but the Kinect was already there. Anybody else?
Wondering, the system, does the Kinect actually pick up body size? A smaller person might find it easier, for example, playing it, or is it all the same size?
The current Kinect doesn't do a good job of it, though technically it does. The new Kinect that's coming out with the new Xbox is supposed to do a much better job of detecting your body's shape as well as your skeleton structure. Yep. That's the plan, but I know that there's a tight schedule here before the next exhibit, so we'll have to wait and see kind of when we end. Alright, anybody else? Yep.
Is the Mansion like the only place working on this stuff right now, or?
Oh, not at all. The Oculus Rift is a very prolific device right now. When I ordered it, it was kind of at the end of the development run, and it was order number 25,000, I think. So there's quite a few of these out there. Yeah?
So if you're wearing the thing and you're, say you're driving a plane and you crash it, will you feel it crash?
That's more of a question for Casey, but yeah, that's the plan of these sort of things. To let you have kind of stimulus on your body to actually feel it. And that's virtual reality as a whole. Bringing more of the person into the game, making it more of a natural environment that we can just exist in. Anybody? Oh, sorry.
So eventually, will we be wearing like all technology for the game?
Maybe.
So, like, vest
In the short term, that's going to be probably too expensive an option for most people. To get the omnidirectional treadmill, the Oculus Rift, the Kinect, the Hydra, and maybe even the tactile vest would probably be in excess of $1,000, $2,000.
what about like an Xbox controller? Something where you can use this type?
Oh no, we can use whatever we want. We just use the Razer Hydra because it's very good at tracking where your hands are. Alright, I think that's about it now, so I'm going to hand things back over to Dr. Grewel, who's going to scare you with some of the bad technology. Oh, yes, let's give a big hand for all our contestants here.